Here we have a new 2023 Nissan Armada SL. And this one comes with four-wheel drive in the beautiful aspen white tricoat. And we have almond leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 5.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, mated to a 7-speed automatic transmission, giving us 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. As we come around to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED fog lights. And really nice look on the front end of the SL. Looks almost identical to the Platinum I just did, trying to compare. We do get these 20-inch aluminum wheels. The running board's there. Passive keyless entry. We get memory seats. All one-touch up and down automatic windows for all four doors. Power door locks there. We can lock the rear windows here, and then we can power fold our mirrors, the side mirrors, and they have blind spot monitors in them. And power mirror controls there. Cup holder, pretty good sized mat pocket space, but I love the almond interior, just really love it. Heated steering wheel toggle here, power lift gate, and then we have our Nissan safety shield, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel in this SL. And there's our power driver seat with power lumbar support. Making our way to the back here. We do get the 13 speaker Bose sound system before I forget, so this is one of those speakers there. And plenty of leg room. I have the seat all the way back and down in the front, and so plenty of space back here. And this is one of the things I love about the Armadas is you get all this additional space compared to any other vehicle in the segment because it's so huge. But we have our rear AC automatic controls here. We can turn the auto mode on there, toggle fan speed, decide whether we want it on our face, feet, or both, and then toggle the temperature there. Then we can just cut it off, which is really nice. And then it's hidden way down there, but we do get a 3-prong 120 volt, and then we have a 12 volt socket as well. And with this captain chairs package, cup holders there, huge console or center space here. Love that. You can put your headphones or whatever in there. You can probably put an Xbox in there if you wanted to. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. But let's go ahead and make our way to the back. We do have our fuel filler here. And then coming around to the back end here, just love the look. Just gives a really bold look, the back end does. When you see one of these on the road, you're like, man, what is that? And of course, this rides on the same platform as the QX80 Infiniti, and they look pretty similar. But you can fold these down flat just by pulling up and pushing down. Same with this side here, and then you just grab that strap, pull it back up. I will say the only issue I have is these are really hard to get back up. Like I'd have to reach all the way up there and grab that strap and then pull it up. But 12 volt there, cup holder on either side. And then we have a little storage underneath here. And then you have a jack underneath there. But I like how all that is hidden away. And there are mats back here too. And then spare tires underneath there. There's your exhaust. But as we come around to the back right, I'm just going to show you how these seats fold. To lock them back into place, you just do that, and then to fold it down, pull up here, and that'll actually tumble it. And if you want to just do the seat back, you have the lever here. And then that'll keep the, well, you can stop it anywhere in beneath there. It's kind of hard to do, but you can do it. I wish they put power second row seats in these, but maybe one day. And there's our front passenger seat, power with power lumbar support as well. Lockable glove compartment here. Now before I go on, I just want to go through this window sticker real quick. Y'all can pause wherever. And then this one has the cabin shares package, premium paint, cargo package, etc. Stickers for $65,590. Now you may want to go up to the Platinum, because the Platinum I just did with the rear media only sticker for $71,500 or something, but this one has four-wheel drive and that one did not, so that's the only big difference. So it is still probably a $6-7 grand difference in terms of price, but I mean, they look the same on the outside, inside. I know the Platinum has the cooled seats, and this one doesn't, just has heated. But for the most part, unless you miss those top of the line features, which if you are, you're gonna go with the Platinum anyway, but really not that big of a difference in my opinion. Got that same 5.6 liter naturally aspirated V8. Well, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So you get that same heated leather wrap steering wheel as you get in the Platinum. Really nice to have. As well as this 12.3-inch screen here. And there's our home screen. And then we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio, wireless Apple CarPlay, and then wired Android Auto. And then here's our navigation screen here. And then I love that they still have this automatic brightness toggle here. You could just change how everything looks, the brightness and everything. So some people like it bright, and then some people don't. And there are your settings there. And I like that there's really not a lot going on with this screen because it just has everything that I would use on a regular basis. A lot of radios these days have extra stuff you never use, and I just like that this is short, sweet, and to the point. And we have the guidelines with the backup camera and the bird's eye view as we turn the steering wheel. And then we have shortcuts for the nav, the home page, the audio, all that down here. And we can use this little wheel to go through the settings, which is actually really intuitive. Just really easy to use. And then we have a power button here. And then scroll bars, and I really like how they did that too. They're big and they're on either side. And then we have our dual zone automatic climate controls here. Can adjust temperature for either side. We can sync, adjust the fan speed, fan direction. Then we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver as well as the front passenger. I'm gonna leave that on there. And then one of my favorite features with the Armada is wireless charging pad. Really nice size back there. Just hard to see, which is why it's kind of a hideaway. And then there's a 12-volt socket there, and then you can just stow that. And love the wood grain look here. A trailer brake controller, USB-C, USB-A input, and then with that 4-wheel drive, we do have a tow mode, a snow mode, then we have an auto 4-wheel drive, and then we can set it to 4-wheel high, and we can push, put it in a 4-wheel low. And of course, you want to make sure that's in neutral when you do that. And to shift the 7-speed, pull this lever here, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can manually shift here. Cup holders here, we can stow those. Just love this, just really good look. And then the center console cubby space, we have the tray here we can put down, and then we have the switch to turn on and off that 3-prong plug-in. We have our garage door transmitter here, sunglasses holder here, sunroof. We can one-touch slide that back, open and shut, and we can also go ahead and tilt it by pushing the button. But there's a view of the back from up here, and as you see, like with one seat down and one seat up in both rows, there's really just a ton of space in these. But over here we have our gauge cluster controls here. So you use these and these here. So you toggle up and down through each menu, then you toggle left and right in each menu here. So this is mostly for the settings button because that's really the only place you go up and down. And then back button here, volume controls, track list or radio station presets there, voice recognition controls, and then Nissan safety shield, adaptive cruise. We can set all that there and adjust the gap for all that there. Blinkers here, auto, corners, headlamps, high beams, flash the high beams. And to the right side of the steering wheel, intermittent low high, one time there, and then we can send our intermittent there, and then rear wiper there, and just pull back or push back to get the rear wiper fluid to come on, and then pull up for the front wiper fluid to come on. And then we can reset our trip here. And then we can toggle which one we want on. And then we can adjust the brightness of that using these two knobs here, excuse me. There's our push button start. Finally, here's our key fob with remote start. And next, we're gonna go ahead and take this Armada SL out on the road for a quick test drive. So I've driven several Armadas in the past, and I just really like how luxurious they drive. Now, you're only getting 13 miles per gallon city, 18 highway with this four-wheel drive, but it's nice that with those less than terrific fuel mileage numbers, you get a really luxurious vehicle. And the 5.6 liter is no slouch either. I mean, you're getting 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. And these definitely tow good numbers as well. But this and the QX80, I just really love how luxurious that they drive, handle, all of that. Now the Tahoes, the Expeditions, and all of that, that's cool. But these just drive like luxury vehicles. And with it riding on the same platform as the QX80, I see why they went ahead and made sure that this rode just as well. And the price point shows that as well. And surprisingly, this 7-speed shifts really, really nicely. I shouldn't say surprisingly, but the shifts are just so perfect where the points are, as opposed to having a 9-speed or 10-speed automatic in a lot of vehicles that I've seen, specifically SUVs like the Escalade and your Tahoes, all of that. This is just a really good transmission, and I'm just glad Nissan didn't try and throw a CVT in this like they do everything else. I'm gonna manually shift now. And I love how there's very little lag in these shifts. We have the adaptive cruise on now. So I have it set to 78, but it's keeping that safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. So as I start to get closer, it's slowing me down. And it does a really good job of starting to slow you down without just slamming on the brakes randomly. And it's keeping a really good distance, actually. Really like that. Now, of course, with this being a bigger SUV, it does tend to drive a little top heavy, but you know what you're getting into when you get one of these. It's part of the trade-off for having all this space in here and having such a big SUV that's extremely capable. But like I said, still just really luxurious feeling, from the sound acoustics in the cabin to just how the engine sounds underneath acceleration. Just really beefy, but not loud. Now, if you are in the market for an Armada and you want to decide between the trim levels, SV has the leatherette, which still feels really nice, and you'll save money as opposed to getting actual leather and a few other options. You still get the heated seats too. But I just like how the SL is optioned out. The only thing missing for me is cooled seats. I mean, you have the captain chairs package. That's an added option in this or the Platinum, so you can get that on either one. And pretty much everything here looks the same. You have the same features. You get the heated steering wheel. It's just really the nameplate. You get a few other things, but nothing that I would miss other than having those cooled seats up front. But you're saving 5, 6, 7 grand depending on how you have either trim optioned out. So the SL is a really good option if you don't want to necessarily go all out with the Platinum. And like I said, they still drive the same. All the Armadas pretty much drive similarly. And I just love the almond interior here, and then having the wood grain, the faux wood grain throughout. Just a really nice look. And this will bring me to the end of my review of the new 2023 Nissan Armada 4-wheel drive in the SL trim level.